Well, it's been a while since you've seen gas so cheap. Americans for Prosperity today dropped gas prices at Phil's One Stop to $2.38. But it was only temporary, and some even called it a cheap political stunt. Fox 55's Brianna Bias tells us what both sides of the political aisle want to do to bring those gas prices down.
Kieth Martin was one of hundreds of drivers who lined up outside Phil's One Stop gas station in Huntertown this morning because gas was $2.38.
Well, you thought we'd never see prices like this again, coming down to $2.38.
Josh Webb with Americans for Prosperity says his organization wants to remind people what it was like to get gas when President Biden first took office, back when the median national gas price was $2.38 a gallon. So AFP paid the gas station the price difference so about 200 cars could get gas on the cheap. And Republican Congressman Jim Banks showed up to cheer them on.
AFP is highlighting just how crazy this has become.
But as pretty as this number is, it's only temporary. AFP says if you want to see permanent lower gas prices, the change would have to start at the White House.
We're providing some temporary relief today. What we'd like to see is more people in Washington take a cue from the congressman, change the policies in Washington to make this relief permanent.
But Allen County Democratic Party Chair Derek Camp called it a cheap political stunt, saying Banks' statements are proof he doesn't pay attention to Hoosier politics.
It's a little ridiculous. It also points to the fact that Jim Banks has not been around listening to any of the news here in Indiana, where Democrats have been calling for months for a suspension of the gas tax. And it's the Republicans here in Indiana that are refusing to give any kind of relief to Hoosiers.
Banks blames inflation and the halted construction of the Keystone Pipeline, though, not the local gas tax.
It's the Green New Deal. It's forcing Americans to buy electric cars and suffering in the process. It's just stupid.
But Martin didn't show up to Phil's One Stop to make a political statement. He and many others really just wanted to get some gas.
A lot of people need help nowadays on fixed incomes. It's really hard.
So a cheap tank of gas just wasn't something he was going to pass up. In Huntertown, I'm Brianna Bias, Fox 55 News.
Banks' opponent in the November election sent us a statement tonight calling the congressman's statements hypocritical. Democratic challenger Gary Snyder points out that Banks voted against legislation that would hold oil companies accountable for price gouging.